I'm Lynn. I am the curator for SONIDO, an audio experience at East LA Rep, which we're really excited. Our first one is starting April 20th, and this is Thu Tran and Rachel Garcia, and they're the band Ampersand. Yay!
Thank you.
So we're really happy that you're here. So go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourselves.
We're glad to be here. We have been a band for about three plus years now. We sort of took a road trip up to Oregon Shakes like a couple of years ago, and kind of on the way there we took like the long way up the Pacific Coast Highway, and just along the way I'd always played guitar, and Rachel had kind of sung in choirs and done a lot of that stuff, and then we were sort of inspired by that road trip to like, maybe we should write some songs together, and then a couple of songs came out of that, and then we recorded them, and it's been kind of playing shows and stuff ever since.
That's great. That's exciting. Rachel?
I think you covered it. We are from San Francisco. We met in San Francisco, and we've been in LA just over 3 years now. I think. We live in Los Feliz. We have a dog. That's really important, mostly.
Well, that's really great. So we wanted to know, we listened to your music online, and we just really love that, 40s kind of loungy sound. It's really, and you have a great voice. So we wanted to know, what were your musical inspirations? What are your musical heroes? Who are they, and how did that influence you?
Let's see. Well, my parents only had a few CDs that I could listen to. They had like a symphony composer box set, which was kind of boring, and then they also had Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, so I would kind of just listen to that mostly. And then as an adult, like vocally, I'm drawn more to like Fiona Apple and Feist, and I really love Joanna Newsom. So those are kind of the ladies that I like for music inspiration.
I think when we, I listened to everything, but I think when we started out, a lot of the songs had a little bit more of like a folky quality to them. They were based a little bit more in like alt country and things like that. And then as we developed, and there's just like a really bluesy, rich kind of jazz quality to Rachel's voice that we really wanted to kind of capitalize on. And also I was listening to a lot of like Django Reinhardt and Cole Porter, and like a lot of these old jazz songs and musicals, and so those kind of two things kind of came together and had a little baby that we sort of unofficially call it city folk, which I think is almost kind of too clever of a name, but it's kind of like that. It's like a mixture of like folk and jazz, with a little bit of a throwback, but we try to keep all the lyrics and the subject matter like modern and super contemporary, and kind of have those juxtaposed.
Great. And how did the name Ampersand come about?
We just called each other. We're like Rachel and Thu and Rachel, and we sort of just stripped the things away.
It's hard to think of a band name.
It's hard to think of a good band name, but we thought of something that's not just our names, something that's maybe a bigger idea, so that if we, like at the April 20th show, we're going to incorporate a string section, and we've got a drummer and a bass player, so when we expand, that it can still be the essence of the project Ampersand, not just Rachel and Thu's band.
Well, we're very excited to have you. So my last question would be, what do you want your audience members to take away from your shows?
I think mostly I would like them to just be relaxed and just be able to put work aside and their troubles aside and just kind of relax and have fun. That's what I would like people to do, is just to have an enjoyable evening and not be stressed out. I think that's kind of my goal when I perform. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think if they walk away humming a couple of tunes, wouldn't be so bad. Yeah, we try to make music that's interesting and challenging, but also that's appealing and catchy and fun and upbeat, good-hearted. I don't think we're trying to it's not rocket science. It's just good music.
Well, that's great. You heard it here. So an upbeat evening, relaxing, and no stress. So come on by April 20th, 7 p.m., East LA Rep Lounge. Sonido and Audio Experience. See you there.